All right, welcome back. It's time to break down the Kansas City Chiefs in Tecmo Super Bowl. I'm here with Mort again. We just got done breaking down the Broncos. Now it's time to break down the Kansas City Chiefs. In 1990, this team was 11-5, playing some Marty ball. And in 1991, the year of this game, they were 10-6. So I'm going to break down the offense.
What?
So I'm going to make a big statement right here in regards to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are the fifth best team in this game. Under the Oilers, under the 49ers, under the Giants, and under the Bills. They got a lot going for them, and I'm sure Mort's got this stink face.
No. I think they're the fifth best team.
You do?
I don't think there's any questioning it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the reason I think that, and you'll see when I go through this team, there's really not any glaring weakness that they have. They have strengths at pretty much everything you look at, even the kicker. So let's look at Steve Deberg first, the quarterback. His one weakness is that he's not mobile. He's got a 6 maximum speed. His passing speed's solid with 50. Also good pass control, 63. Accuracy of passing, just ignore that stat. And avoid pass is 56. So that's pretty good too. Mike Elkins, I got a friend named Mike Elkins, but you're probably not using him too much just because his pass control is not going to reach Steve Deberg levels. So, he is a little bit more mobile with 13, but that's no reason to bring him in the game. And his void pass block is 38. Christian Okoye, now here is a star running back. He's very unique in this game because not only does he have that 94 hitting power, which will allow you to popcorn a lot of defenders, he has the speed to go with it, that 50 maximum speed. And not only that, his running speed at the snap of the ball is 63, so he gets going pretty quick, and his acceleration, his rushing power is a 75. So
I believe he's the only offensive player without everybody else just has a 69 rushing power. I believe he's the only offensive player of a 75.
So he's basically a human steamroller. The only drawback to him is he only has a 19 receptions, but he has a solid 50 ball control. Now Barry Word, your other running back on the Chiefs, the great thing about him is he has 75 hitting power, 19 receptions, so that's not good either. So they're weak in the reception department, but he has that 75 hitting power, and I know Mort will probably use him as a key blocker on this team. Todd Mcnair, another running back, only a 25 hitting power, 38 maximum speed. You're not going to see too much use of him, but just keep in mind he is a better receiver. He's a 44 receptions. Bill Jones, 38 receptions, so he's a better receiver as well, but he's only a 25 maximum speed, 38 hitting power. So you got two better receiving running backs on the bench. Now Rob Thomas, he's not too good of a receiver. He's going to be someone you're going to replace on their offense. He's only a 25 maximum speed, 13 hitting power, so you're going to swap him out for a tight end or a running back that has better hitting power for your running game. Or you could put in not Stephone Paige, but J.J. Burden. But Stephone Paige is a star wide receiver. He's up there with the best in the game with that 75 receptions, only second to Jerry Rice and Henry Ellard. And he's also got some speed to go with it, 50 maximum speed. And then, your average 13 hitting power for a receiver, so he'll get smacked up pretty good. But J.J. Burden, he's not a bad option, 38 maximum speed. He has the same profile pick as Deion Sanders, but he's only a 44 in receptions, so that's not
and
too
one of my
good.
most awkward Facebook friends and Twitter friends. When he added me, it was like weird.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just weird. It was just a weird.
I heard he's pretty. He knows of the Tecmo scene,
yeah.
so he's pretty interested in it. They should have made him better in this game. He should be a little bit faster, but I think he was still a young player.
It's in my headphone.
Oh, okay. Emil Harry is 25 maximum speed, 13 hitting power, 50 ball control. He has 50 receptions, so that's the good part about him. You could bring him in if you want better receptions. Alfredo Roberts, the big thing about him, and I think he has the exact same ratings as their other tight end, he's a 50 hitting power, 31 receptions. So his big draw is that 15 hitting power, get you better blocking in the running game. And then Jonathan Hayes, like I said, 31 receptions, 50 hitting power, 19 maximum speed. So there you go. Now, Chiefs' offensive line is a good one. Chief offensive line, their center is a 69 hitting power. Good luck getting through him. 38 maximum speed. David Zott with a 50 hitting power. He could hold his own. 38 maximum speed. Left guard. Their right guard has a 56 hitting power, so a little bit better. 25 maximum speed. John Alt is probably the best, one of the best, if not the best, left tackle in the game with the 81 hitting power. That's up there for a offensive lineman. And then your other tackle, right tackle, 69 hitting power, another good one. And you know your kick returner will receive that 25 maximum speed due to how the game's programmed. And you're probably going to put Christian Okoye there so you retain that 94 hitting power. The Chiefs have the best kicker in the game, hands down. 81 kicking ability. He's going to be able to kick about a 73 to 74 yard field goal, and his kicks aren't going to get blocked too often. So in clutch moments at the end of the game, the Chiefs kicker, Nick Lowry, will come through for you. And we did click on the punter, Brian Barker, and yeah, he's got a 31 kicking ability. So there you go. And then I'll hand it over to Mort to look at the Kansas City Chiefs defense.
All right, their defense does have a couple. There's one really big standout we'll get to. Bill Moss at defensive line is 44 maximum speed, 44 hitting power, 38 rushing power. It's decent. And then Dan Salumela with 25 maximum speed, 56 hitting power, not much interceptions, not much there. And finally, Neil Smith. Now, Neil Smith was a pretty big-time player back then. 44 rushing speed, 50 maximum speed, 63 hitting power, only 19 interceptions. But that's not bad for a defensive lineman. Now the keynote player, one of the best linebackers in the game, DT, rest in peace, Derrick Thomas. 44 running speed, 56 on the rushing power, 63 maximum speed, 69 hitting power, only 19 interceptions. And we don't click this, doesn't mean much of anything, but basically this is one of the three best linebackers in the game. He's at the LB1 spot, so he's a nightmare for those field goals and those extra points. He can get in there, and then it's just one very fast, useful player. When good or excellent, DT is a threat. Just runs around. Now, Dino Hackett's another good linebacker on this team. Not as Studley, but 31 running speed, 44 rushing power, 50 maximum speed, 63 hitting power, the 19 interceptions, but another good linebacker. This is a linebacking team. Percy Snow, great linebacker, 50 rushing power, 56 on the maximum speed, 56 hitting power, and 31 interceptions. Very good linebacker. You can get Percy Snow in coverage. He can do pretty good in coverage. You get some cute. Finally, Chris Martin. He's still pretty good. 38 rushing power, 44 maximum speed, 50 hitting power, 44 quickness, which isn't bad. Now
I love the front seven on the Kansas City Chiefs. It's nice, really strong. Seven.
Now the one kind of weakness you could say about KC and like say Buffalo, they got some their defensive backs leave a little bit to be desired. Like Kevin Ross is good, 50 maximum speed, 56 interceptions. And that's pretty good. Now let's go on to Albert Lewis. There's 50 interceptions, 50 maximum speed, 56 hitting power, 38 rushing power. The cornerbacks are good. Both of those cornerbacks were Pro Bowls that year, too.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that when we looked at the record.
One thing I would say about, and I agree with you, if there is a weakness on Kansas City's team, it is the secondary, but it's still average to above average compared to the rest of the players in the game.
It's really what makes them the fifth best team because you wouldn't want to match them up against the first four teams because those teams all have the good quarterbacks.
Yep.
But the teams they match up against, it's great because they're usually better. They usually don't have good quarterbacks. Now I got Darren Cherry with 50 interceptions, 44 maximum speed, 31 rushing power, 38 hitting power, and a decent player. They all do have the interceptions except for Kevin Porter. Only 38 interceptions, 44 maximum speed, 38 hitting power, 31 rushing power. But overall, it's a very balanced and good defense, speed, some interceptions here and there, and it can be a very deadly team. And then let's go and talk about a couple of the matchups.
Yeah, and just to add on, Kevin Porter, the maximum speed is going to be your punt returner speed at 44, just due to how the game's programmed. And just keep in mind, the interception rating is not only for interceptions; it also calculates into how often you're going to deflect passes. So,
let's see. The matchups you most commonly will see are the best matchups: KC versus Cincinnati, KC versus Miami, KC versus the Raiders, KC versus Chicago, and those are KC versus Philadelphia. Those teams are about all on the same level of Kansas City. Now, at the same time, I guess Kansas City versus the Bills could be done, maybe, but I think it's a stretch for them to go up against Houston and the like, and even the Bills. But it can be done. Also, I can see a Kansas City, Minnesota here and there. You're giving up a lot with Detroit, but I can see Kansas City. I've seen Kansas City versus the Rams, just because Kansas City, that you can just pass on, use the Rams passing game. I've seen that be good games. I've seen, Kansas City. Let's go over and see if I'm missing a team.
One of the matchups that I see a lot is Kansas City-Cincinnati, and I did a little bit of research into that matchup, and I don't like it as much as I've liked it in the past, because Christian Okoye, according to my calculation, if he stays at the 94 hitting power, and Cincinnati's defense stays on their average hitting power, he can actually popcorn 7 different defenders on the Bengals. So you're really relying on guys like David Fulcher and Bussey to make the tackles, because he could just popcorn the crap out of a bunch of those other Bengals defenders. If you look at them real quick, you got the lineman, so 44, there's a popcorn candidate. Another end, a popcorn candidate. Francis is good, so he's not one of them.
Oh, yeah,
but then
because of that weak
linebacking core, they're not tackling Christian Okoye, and neither is their corners.
Yeah, and he does get a lot of bumps against this team.
So that's the one I would say always looks good, but it might not be as good as you think it is.
All right, so let's pick up. You're gonna be Kansas City this time.
Yeah, I'll be Kansas City since you used Broncos last time.
All right, and I'm gonna let's see.
I'm gonna set up a more traditional playbook.
I'm gonna be the Raiders.
All right.
I'm just gonna give myself Bo Jackson.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah, just go for it. I said they're the 5th best team, so that must mean the Raiders fall underneath.
Oh, I think after Kansas City, it's Chicago. And then after Chicago, then it's the Raiders or Cincinnati. But I think that the top teams: San Fran, New York Giants, Buffalo, Houston, KC, then Chicago. The top 6. I think most people have that as their top 6, really.
Yeah, the Raiders. The only reason I say the Chiefs are better is because they don't have the passing game that the Chiefs have. But they do have the speed, and Burgh has the passing speed, but he doesn't always have the accuracy. And that could become an issue at some time. And let's see. I think that's what I'm going to go with for this one. Although I don't like Deberg too much in that play, so I might switch this one up for this game. Go run up the middle. Look at my offense real quick. So I'm going to put Okoye here so we can popcorn some guys. And like I said, I'm probably going to put in... I'm going to get Word in for some blocking, I think, at receiver. Or I could put him in at tight end, actually. That's what I'm going to do. Put Roberts. He's only a 31. That kind of sucks. Put in one of the running backs that has better receptions. And put Word at tight end, so he's going to be... We'll see how that works out. And then, obviously, Paige is your best receiver, so you got to put him in. And we'll see how that works out for me.
Alright,
let's see if we got any questions for Mort. Mort, do you like popcorn?
not really.
Only when it comes to Tecmo, because Mort will out-tap most Tecmo players. But that's the only popcorn he likes. Do I remember Sandra Dennis? Mort, do you ever eat Buffalo Wild Wings?
Not from Buffalo Wild Wings. Now, if you ever go to Buffalo, go to Duff's. They got the best wings in the world.
Duff's?
Yeah, Duff's. Duffs. Duff's Wings. Anchor Bar's okay. They had the original chicken wing, but Duff's really better. It's really the best chicken wing joint in Buffalo, I think. Buffalo is all about chicken wings, so.
Well, if you're named Buffalo, you better have some good buffalo wings, you know?
Yeah.
Is that where it originates from?
Anchor Bar. Anchor Bar, it was the first...
I didn't really ever think about that.
The Buffalo-style chicken wing.
The things you learn while playing Tecmo, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let's see,
And the chat wanted us to play KC Raiders, and so they're getting their wish.
Yeah. That they are.
So I think the thing that I'm going to struggle with a little bit in this matchup is I usually like to use either safeties or defensive backs against the run game. So I'm going to have to use the linebackers for that. And we'll see how that goes. And the Raiders, they are by far the fastest offense overall. They got weapons all over the place. Even their fourth wide receiver, Grady, has a 63 maximum speed.
All right.
Did you ever go by Rick James Buffalo Estate?
No. I know he's from Buffalo.
And since I'm player 2, we just saw some reporting from Brewdog on Twitter that your likelihood of getting an onside kick with player 2, no matter where the blue bar is at, is under 1%.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. So there is a huge advantage for player 1 in the onside kick department. Player 1, I believe at like a empty bar completely on the kicking meter is like 8%, and then a little bit more is like 5%, and then down from there. So if you think it's going to be a tight one, it's going to come down to an onside kick. I see a lot of players at Tecmo Madison deferring that matchup in the coin toss, which gives the other guy player 2. So they take the first controller, defer the matchup, and then they have the advantage there in the kicking game. So he's off to the races with Burgh. He's got a fumble. Has Mort ever made his way to East Syracuse? What's up, Dave?
Yes.
or to Syracuse.
Yes, I made my way to Syracuse a couple times last year for work. It was not 2 years ago for work. It was. I know some people from Syracuse. My roommate's from Syracuse, actually.
So Mort's beating up Burgh in this game.
Nice.
With a bunch of scrambles.
Yeah, Buffalo tournament in September this year.
Are you running a tournament?
Yep, in September. Buffalo, New York. The Buffalo six-pack.
Oh, nice.
We've got some different rules.
September, you said?
Yep. I think September is like around second week of September, like September 15th or 16th. It's a Saturday. It's like the second NFL week. We call it the six-pack because there's six. We have 6 different rules for gameplay. Nice.
Get over there.
Nice.
And I actually guessed pass, but that play action, nobody was guarded there. So it didn't really help out. And there's that Chiefs D just slamming in there. Oh, nice move.
Oh, that's not Bo Jackson, though. Wow.
Yeah, you juked me out of my shoes there. That's a killer. That's a killer.
Dead rights, too.
Got some help coming my way. Ooh, the D just got there in time. And made him settle to a field goal. Everyone is pumped for football, especially in September. Derrick Thomas, and that's what we talked about. Oh my God.
Wow. Wow.
All that defense just for Don Moosebar to score.
Yeah. All the people.
Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you about. What did you think of the Detroit Kumite results? It was a tournament a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I paid attention to it. I know Thule won. I'm not sure if Thule's ever won a big tournament, but that was his first tournament win. It was the first time somebody from Michigan had won their tournament. This regulator guy and me won all the other years. and then Thule won. He beat Matt Diaz from Ohio. My brother lost to Thule before the Final Four. I think Rico was in the Final Four, and I'm trying to remember who else made the Final Four. They had a lot of key, really good players in it, even though they had a lower field. And they still had they had some local guys who show up like usual.
Wow. I don't expect Deberg to throw that crap. Anchor bar wings? You heard of that?
Oh yeah, the anchor bar, that's where they invented the chicken. The Buffalo style chicken.
There's Okoye popcorn, guys.
Yeah, stew popcorn.
It's alright, 7 yards. It's Mort like Mighty Taco.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Can't go to Buffalo without having some mighty taco once.
Oh man. I was making my way out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh, mighty taco's big in Buffalo.
Chiefs D gets after it. That's what I like about their drones.
I can't believe I made it through that.
I don't know what happened.
I ran into a guy and bumped off him.
Buffalo chicken burrito, wasn't a fan. Oh, he likes the buffalo chicken burrito. That's what Dave says.
Yeah. Yeah, Mighty Taco's like a Buffalo thing. Like, you like to really appreciate Mighty Taco too. You gotta be kind of drunk. At 2 a.m, it gets better.
Yeah, it is. It is hard to play Tecmo and eat wings at the same time. It's gonna be a saucy mess. I had a guy do that at the Thunder Bowl in my group play. He was just maxing out whatever they were serving up, and then he had the greasy controller. We switched controllers. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking this one after you're just greasing it up. Jeez. Okoye just smacking dudes around. Tried to time that pass there, it didn't work out. And you know it's JJ time. Oh! Almost had the diving catch. Alright, now I need to regroup, put together a good drive, hopefully I don't fumble.
Oh yeah, Dinosaur BBQ in Syracuse is great. Yeah. I only had it once. My one boss was the guys from Syracuse. They made us that. It was pretty good.
Just play. I'm going for it. Screw it. I could punt. Oh my god. Very Word's not catching that. And there you go. This one, you know, it just went awry early with that blocked field goal for a touchdown. Then I fumbled, and that was the big drive where I could make it a game, but I gotta have something happen pretty soon here to try to make this a game. So we'll see what happens. You took Bo Jackson out?
He's bad.
Well, how slow is he at bat?
69.
Just don't want him to fumble.
Bo probably would have caught that.
I probably got the Rockets in the Western Conference for NBA as of right now. But if Durant comes back, Spurs are always a threat. We'll see what happens.
What the hell? See if you can stop me.
Oh, got the stop.
Alright. Can't popcorn the human player.
No. It's unfortunate.
Ready, down, put.
Taking the shot here. Great defense.
I wanted to throw that one.
Ready, down, put.
Oh. God.
Ready, down, put.
Ooh, got there in time.
Ready, down, put. Ready, down, put.
That's the right choice. I've got this covered.
4th and 13. Things aren't looking too good for me here, I must say.
Ready, down, put.
Good D.
Ready, down, put.
Oh,
Ooh. Marcus Onside. Who thinks it's Bo Jackson guy?
so Marcus Allen run up the middle. You only have one play going to Marcus Allen, right?
Yep. Sometimes one play is all you need for fast running back.
I feel like this matchup is a really good matchup to choose. Like I said at the beginning, I felt like I was going to struggle using the linebackers to stop the run on defense. Just figuring out which one to pick to stop the running play, and that's where I'm being eaten up this game.
Yeah, that's a big thing to learn is against which plays, which guy you should use. That's one of the few things you can practice against the computer. Just go on coach mode and just call the play over and over again and just try to figure out which guy you're supposed to be.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, Jesus. The other grapple out. That's my guy. I pressed B and he just stood there. He was like... Oh boy.
I knew one of these games was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, I figured he was in popcorn mode too. Yeah.
So, Mort might be proving me wrong right here that the Raiders are the 5th best team in the game.
Well, they're playing like it.
The Raiders, you can make an argument for the Raiders for sure. There's a lot of
there's
teams
an argument. Yeah,
there's an argument for the Eagles too, just because how dominant QB Eagles is.
My thing has always been with it is the Chiefs had so much balance. That's what put them at number 5 for me. And number 6, I've always got at the Bears because when you look at the Bears and the Raiders, you got two fast running backs on each team. You got bad quarterbacks. Well, the Raiders have, but the Bears have, what the Raiders don't, is they have guys who can pick off the ball. And the Raiders don't. And that is a big thing. I mean, Mark Carrier has 81 interceptions. He can pick off anyone almost.
Ran into that sack right there. Come on, Steve Deberg, you got that good avoid pass block. What's going on with
Throwing
you?
up for the ends. Oh, you got maybe 2 plays.
12 Tecmo seconds, I got one. Well, let's throw up a final Jage.
That one might have a chance. Oh,
And he runs by him.
Oh, wow! Nice.
Oh, I wish I would have had more luck like that earlier in the game, but hey, at least it wasn't a shutout.
Mm-hmm.
You had to lay off the craft beer. Yeah, I hear you. I've been on a craft beer kick for about 4 years already. I had to cut down as well because you'll pack on the pounds drinking some craft beer. That's for sure.
Final thoughts on the Chiefs?
Yeah, final thoughts on the Chiefs. You know, I felt like I was playing decently. Few bad breaks at the beginning, and then Mort had key defensive stops, and before you know it, I was down 21-0. I really didn't have a shot. So.
Yeah, I don't think the game is indicative of how good they are. I mean, like, Deberg didn't really come out as strong. You saw a little glimpse of what Christian Okoye's like, bumping off people, but I got a lot of hitting power in my defense, and the Chiefs is balanced. I think this does expose the one flaw. Sometimes it seems like the Chiefs' defense just isn't there. I mean, you got good linebackers, but also you got to know where to go with them. You got to be at the right place at the right time, too. That's very important when using the linebackers in Tecmo. Like, it's a little easier with the safeties because there's a little more leeway, but with the linebackers, it's like one mistake and you're popcorn.
And for me, knowing that he's probably going to out-tack me, I have to be extra careful on when I engage with him, because if I engage with him, I'm not going to be able to take him down, so I have to wait till my drones are near, and then that's when I can engage. And so, yeah, that's the final 28-7. Raiders get the win. So, we broke down the Kansas City Chiefs for you. 28-7. Yep, I took a whooping, that's right. So, yeah, we only have 7 teams left to go, and on the next stream, you'll actually get to see the Raiders again. We'll break down the Raiders for you and the San Diego Chargers. And you'll see a lot of the Chargers at Tecmo Madison, so you want to stay tuned to that.
Yep.
And then you'll also see some Raiders, too. So that's a good one to take a look at. But yeah, this is a pretty solid division. You want to take a look at these breakdowns when we do them next week.
All right. Sign off and see you next week.